Hello students, welcome to Nelson's Primary School's online education program. Standard 6, Subject Science, Chapter number 14, Water. Water is essential for the survival and growth of the plants and animals. Two-thirds of the Earth's surface is covered with water. Students, about 97% of water is found in sea and ocean. Only a small fraction of fresh water, that is a 0.01%, is available. Uses of water. Students, we need water for various purposes. We need water for drinking, cooking food, washing clothes and utensils, flushing toilets, watering plants and cleaning floors. Water is used in industries for producing almost all the things we use. It is a good medium for transportation of people and goods by boats and ships. Water is used in radiators of vehicles to keep their engines cool. Students, water is an essential requirement for growth and development of plants in the agricultural field. Water provides a medium for recreational sports such as swimming, boating and water skiing. Water is used for generating electricity in hydroelectric power plants. Importance of water. Water is essential for every living being. It plays an important role in a large number of life processes. About 70% of our body weight is water. Water plays an important role in our body. Water is a good solvent. The nutrients and salts present in our food get dissolved in water so that our body is able to absorb them easily. It dissolves the waste materials of the body which are expelled from the body as urine. Water regulates the temperature of our body by the process of sweating. In hot summers, water evaporates from the surface of our body by taking away heat and cools our body. Water helps in germination of seeds and the growth of plants. It helps in the preparation of food by plants through the process of photosynthesis. Water dissolves the nutrients in the soils that can be easily absorbed by the roots of plants. Even students, water also acts as a medium for the transport of minerals and the other nutrients from one part of the plant to another. Sources of water. Water can be obtained from rainwater, surface water and underground water or subsoil water. Students, rainwater is considered to be the purest form of natural water. Surface water. Surface water is present on the surface of the earth. River and the lake water. The water in rivers and the lakes comes from the rain and melting of snow on the mountains. Water flows down the mountains and goes into rivers. Sea water. Streams and rivers finally flow into the sea. They add dissolved impurities along with water into the sea. Seawater contains about the 3.6% by mass of dissolved salts. Seawater is salty in taste and is called saline water. Underground water or subsoil water. Some of the rainwater that falls on the earth seeps through the soil and goes down under the surface of the earth. Ultimately, this water is stopped by some hard, non-porous rocks and collects there. The reservoir of water collected over the hard, non-porous rocks below the surface of the earth is called groundwater or underground water. The level of groundwater is called water table. Groundwater is pumped out by digging wells deep enough to reach the water table. At some places, water comes out from the ground in the form of springs due to high pressure inside. It is called spring water. Water of springs and wells is filtered through different layers of soil. so there are no suspended impurities in it. Hand pumps or tube wells are also used to pump out groundwater. This groundwater is used for household, agricultural and industrial purposes. Students, now states of water. Water exists in three physical states: solid, liquid and gas. Water exists in solid, liquid and the gaseous state in nature also. On high mountains, water exists as snow, means solid. In rivers, lakes and oceans, water exists in liquid state. In air, water exists as water vapor. Evaporation of water. You must have observed that when we spread wet clothes on a rope or a wire, they dry up after some time. Students, where does the water in the clothes go? The water present in the wet clothes evaporates when it receives heat from the sun to form water vapor. The process of changing water into water vapor is called evaporation of water. Water split on a floor dries up and disappears. Water from wet roads, rooftops of our houses dries up and disappears. Salt is obtained when water from the sea is left in shallow pits. The sea water evaporates, leaving behind the salts. Factors affecting evaporation: temperature, wind speed, humidity, and surface area. Evaporation of water is a slow process. There is another process through which water vapor gets transferred into air. It's called transpiration. Water cycle. Water cycle is the continuous movement of water from the earth's surface and water bodies as water vapor to the atmosphere and from the atmosphere back to the earth's surface as rain or snow. Students, the cyclic movement of water from the atmosphere to the earth. This cycle maintains the supply of water on land. Importance of rainfall. Every place in the world gets rain. However, the time, duration and the amount of rainfall varies from place to place. In some parts of the world, it rains throughout the year, while in other places the rain only for a few days. In our country, most of the rainfall occurs during the monsoon season. Students, rain brings relief by cooling the environment, especially after hot summer days. Farmers in India depends on the arrival of monsoon for sowing their crops in the fields. Rains fills lakes, ponds and streams and increase the water table. So it maintains the supply of water on land. Students, rain is beneficial for humans. However, sometimes it rains heavily or does not rain at all. These may cause natural disasters. Floods. Heavy rain for a long time resulting in an increase in the level of water in rivers, lakes and ponds. Students, the water spreads over the large area of nearby lands causing floods. In coastal areas, floods are often caused by cyclones. Cyclone is a very strong wind accompanied by heavy rain. Flood causes damage to crops, serious injuries or death of domestic animals by drowning. Even they cause damage to human life and their properties. Flood washes away the top layer of the soil, resulting in a soil erosion. Rain also affects the animals living in the soil. When flood water recedes, there is a fear of spreading diseases like cholera, dysentery, diarrhea, malaria and dengue. So flood affects the economy of a country due to diseases, loss of life and property. Drought. No rain for a long time causes drought. Absence of rain in a particular region for a long time leading to severe shortage of water. Students, the soil loses water by evaporation. When soil does not get water for a long time, it becomes dry and hard. It also begins to crack. Crop plants cannot grow in this dry and hard soil. This may cause acute food shortage. Vegetation such as grass and fodders does not grow well. This leads to shortage of fodder for domestic animals. Lakes, ponds and even small rivers may dry up. This change affects aquatic plants and animals. The level of groundwater may also go down. Water problem. There is a lot of water on the earth, but only a small quantity of it is available for use by humans, plants and animals. The total amount of water on the earth remains the same, but the demand of water is increasing day by day. The number of people using water is increasing due to rising population, and more water is being used for producing food and goods in industries. Conserve water. Use a bucket and a mug instead of shower while taking bath. In this way, almost 50% of the water can be saved. Close the taps tightly after using them, both at home and school. Avoid cleaning utensils under running water. Repair leaking pipelines or water taps. Check overflowing of water tank. Recycle water. Plant more and more trees to increase the absorption of water by soil. Rainwater harvesting. The process of collecting rainwater from roofs and streets and storing it for further use, it's called rainwater harvesting. Students, the basic idea behind rainwater harvesting is catch water where it falls. There are two ways of rainwater harvesting. First one, rooftop rainwater harvesting. Second one, roadside rainwater harvesting. Rooftop rainwater harvesting. Students, the rainwater that falls on rooftops of houses is brought down through water pipes and collected in big underground concrete storage tanks. This water may contain soil, impurities and chemicals. This water should be cleaned before use. For this purpose, layers of coarse sand, gravels and broken bricks are arranged in the storage tanks. The water when passes through these layers gets clean. Instead of getting collected in tanks, the rainwater through the pipes can go directly into a pit in the ground. It increases the level of the ground water. Roadside rainwater harvesting. Students, the rainwater that falls on the roads around buildings can be collected and stored by this technique. Percolation pits covered with concrete slabs having holes are constructed. Rainwater falling on the roads goes into these pits through the holes. After filtration in the percolation pit, rainwater enters the recharge well through the outlet pipe and gradually seeps into the soil. Students, the advantage of rainwater harvesting is that it increases the availability of groundwater. This helps us to overcome water problem, especially during dry seasons.